So, my dear children, visitors to Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish, and my brothers and sisters. In the Gospel, we just heard some of the best known, most quoted, and most printed words in the Gospel. What is in it for me today? That is what we have to reflect. What is in it for me? We have plenty of things. There is a wonderful legend concerning the quiet years of Jesus. Those are the 30 years prior to his public ministry. What did he do in those 30 years that are not well known to us? Of course, his father was a carpenter, Saint Joseph. Jesus himself was a carpenter. So that is what exactly he used to do. He was a carpenter. And here is a legend that claims that Jesus the carpenter was one of the master yoke makers in the Nazareth area. In ancient times, a yoke was a wooden harness linking two oxen together. Look at the screen. That was exactly what a yoke used to do, linking two oxen together. People came from miles around for a yoke, hand-carved and crafted by Jesus, son of Joseph. He would pay attention to the minutest things when he did anything. That is how, that is what we see in the Gospels also. The things that he spoke was picture perfect. When customers arrived with their team of oxen, Jesus would spend considerable time measuring the team of oxen, their height, their width, the space between them, and the size of their shoulders. Within a week, the team of oxen would be brought back, and Jesus would carefully place the newly made yoke over their shoulders. He then will watch for rough places, smoothing out the edges, and fitting the yoke perfectly to this particular team of oxen. Of course, Jesus talked about a yoke in today's gospel. We have to realize he said so many parables. All those things were allegories. You know what an allegory means? It conveys a hidden and broader meaning. So when he spoke about a yoke, there is a lot of hidden and broader meaning in it. So Jesus is not telling us to bring our oxen to him. His invitation to you and me is to come to him when we are overburdened. He will be the second ox on the yoke. If I put myself in the place of one ox there, and Jesus will be the other ox on the other side. That is the way he explained these things in the gospel today. Share the burden with us. every day or every weekend we come and join here or any other parish churches or anywhere, we all have so many burdens in our mind and hearts. We come looking for some consolation, some relief. What an allegory Jesus has used to convey his message. Some of us have some very heavy burdens to carry in our life. I don't have to insist that. Anyone sitting here, young and old, doesn't matter. We all have our share of heavy burdens. Probably this homily is going to be a burden for you. Who knows? Right? Perhaps it is a physical handicap that makes life difficult. Or you may have lost your job, or you are seeking for a job, your family is in financial difficulties. Or maybe someone in your family has a serious illness and you are worried about them. Or you may be having a hard time passing grades in school or in the university. And there are other burdens too. The picture on the screen shows a man carrying a heavy backpack filled with glowing stones labeled stress, anxiety, fear, and worry. It depicts the burden of mental health challenges and emotional weight on individuals in a very symbolic representation. We all carry one of those things, or maybe many of those things, or all of them. No exception. I don't know what the burdens are that you have in your life, but I do know that there are some burdens that you just cannot handle by yourself. You don't have to handle your troubles yourself. You don't have to. All these burdens are designed for two. And our yoke partner is Jesus Christ himself. Remember, a burden shared is half the burden. And a joy shared is twice the joy. You can multiply. And let me bring to you another analogy. You see on the board a child being led by his dad or his mother. Doesn't matter who it is. And as you know, putting a hand in their parents' hand is one of the best characteristics of children. We all have done that. There is no exception there. To a loving father or mother, a child will give its hand with complete trust wherever he goes. Holding his or her father's hand, the child will not dare to do something that is dangerous or unpleasant. Holding his or her father's hand, the child will not dare to go somewhere that may be dangerous and unpleasant. By holding a parent's hand, the child is not only willing to be led, but positively the child wants to be brought somewhere. The bottom line is, There is no reason for us to struggle with the burdens that are too heavy for us. Jesus will help us to carry it. And there is no burden that is too heavy for Jesus. He has promised to walk alongside, pulling the weight together. And just like a child, let us put our hand in his hand. I can put my hand in Jesus' hand just like this and hold on to that. Just like that. Let us all do and be safe and be led by him.